button, create, and with asset selected, if you say create, it's gonna give you a list of the things you can create, and just select folder, and create a new folder. Okay, what I use, it's up to you, but for naming convention, I always put an underscore in front of my name. Okay, if you create a folder and name it scenes, I like to call it underscore scenes, because that way I can distinguish between my own stuff and the stuff imported from the SDKs, from plugins, or wherever, or already created folders. So since they sort the folders by name, I have these folders, and I know that these folders I created by name, but it's just a naming convention. Okay. So let's try to create a folder named C. And here we're going to store our own stuff. Okay? Ready? Yeah? Okay. Then, with our new scene created, because when you start Unity, he always creates an scene by default, you can now go to the up menu and say File, Sub Scene. And give that scene a name, I don't know, test1, or here's a scene. And store it on that folder. Yes? You want to try it? Yes? Okay. So we're now here. When you created the scene, everything is empty. All what you drag to the scene or create in the scene, you're gonna see it in hierarchy view. Okay, this gives you an idea of all other of our objects in the scene. Right now we have a main camera and a directional light. Is it? Okay. Let's create another thing. Game object, 3D object, cube. Okay?
Again?
It has created something like that. If you press F with the cube selected, the key F of focus, we're going to focus our camera on that object. Right now I have a cube. Yeah? We have all the cube on the first view.
Have to zoom in.
If you press F with the cube selected, it automatically will zoom in.
Okay, how to come
With the wheel,
Yes.
works? Yeah. Can we, okay. Yeah. That's it. Okay. And right now, we're gonna learn how to zoom in, how to rotate. Okay, it's all with the mouse. With the wheel, I can zoom in, zoom out. And with the wheel pressed, I can drag the object. Okay? Well, I'm not really dragging the object, I'm changing the point of view. To rotate, I press Alt key. And I have a map, I don't know what to say.
Alt H.
With the Alt key, press it, and with the left mouse, I can rotate around my object. Alright? That's all what we need to work with the scene camera. I can zoom out. Okay? Rotation. Alt key, left mouse. And just drag around, and you're going to rotate the point of view. But I'm not manipulating the object at all. It's just changing the point of view. If I want to change the object, I can grab one of these three gizmos, okay, and move the object in one of the axes. If I click that cube, then I move in 3 dimensions. Okay? See that in inspector view, everything I'm doing to the cube, it's reflected here. So if I change its vertical position, it changes the die value. Yes? I can do other things, like changing its rotation and its scale. And this is done by those buttons. This, for instance, if I click here, I can change its scale in one of the axes. So if and now I rotate, you see, it's been changing in one of the axes. Or in the middle to scale it uniformly on the object. Yeah? And the same for rotated. Right now I can rotate my object. And pay attention to that values. Everything I'm changing here is changed here. Yeah, you have to press this button or the R key, it works in the same way, and grab one of the axes. Alright? Now I can. Another thing I can do is duplicate this object. With the object selected, Control D, and it's duplicated. Control D. With the object selected, Control D, it duplicates the object. And pay attention to here key that it has created another object. Let's stop here, okay, and talk about what we've done. We created what in Unity is called a game object. Everything in Unity is a game object. The main camera is a game object. The directional light as well, and our cube is a game object. And to work with game objects, we need components. And that's what we got in the inspector view. If you select cube, the first cube we created, you're gonna see this inspector. These are the components of our game object cube. And they are very important. The first, the most important is transform. The transform component is where the object is in the space. Its scale and its rotation. Any game object we have seen has a transform. Even it's an empty object, has a transform. And it's game scene. Let's examine other components we have. The mesh filter. The mesh filter is the component Unity needs to have a mesh, to have a model. Okay? In this case, a measure from cube. But if we were importing a building model, here in our mesh, we have the 3D model. The box collider, another important kind of components. The colliders are like, is this green side around the object? I don't know if you see a green light surrounding the object. Yeah. That's a collider, and it's a component Unity